what's going on with the paranormal investigator Dan Rivera. According to people, and keep people, let me tell you, y'all be keeping us in the know, okay? Thank you, because I be watching the news and I be sharing stories, but some of my stories be spiritual, about spiritual stuff, so I thank you for sharing this story. It says authorities share new details about paranormal investigator found dead after touring possessed Annabelle doll. Now, this was written by David Chu, okay, and it was published on July 16, 2025 at 11:47 a.m. And it says that Dan Rivera, a paranormal investigator, died on July 13 during a tour in Pennsylvania showcasing the demonically possessed Annabelle doll. The Pennsylvania State Police said in a report released on July 16th that nothing unusual or suspicious was observed at the scene concerning Rivera's death. Dan was not only a vital part of our team for over a decade, but also a deeply compassionate, loyal, and dedicated friend. The, the New England Society for Psychic Research said in a statement shared with People. Authorities in Pennsylvania have offered new details about the paranormal investigator who died suddenly while on tour displaying a supposedly haunted Raggedy Ann doll named Annabelle. And no disrespect to the Annabelle spirit doll, okay? Dan Rivera, 54, a senior led investigator for the Connecticut based New England Society for Psychic Research, died on Sunday, July the 13th, during his visit to Gettysburg as part of the Devils on the Run tour, the Evening Sun earlier reported. On Wednesday, July 16th, the Pennsylvania State Police shared a report detailing what happened to Rivera on Sunday. Members from the PSP Gettysburg responded to a hotel in Strabane Township, Adams County, for a report of a deceased man, officials said. The descendant was discovered in his hotel room by workers. Nothing unusual or suspicious was ever observed at the scene, the agency added. His cause of death is pending. According to Adams County Dispatch records, emergency crews responded to a Gettysburg hotel where CPR was administered on a male of Rivera's age, the paper reported. At the time, Rivera was on tour in Gettysburg to show Annabelle, which the New England Society for Psychic Research, described as demonically possessed. Okay, and it says according to the society, the doll's origin does back to 1968, when a student nurse was gifted the doll and brought it to the home where she lived with her roommate. Almost immediately, the roommates noticed strange occurrences with the doll, and they were introduced to a medium who told them the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle. The organization wrote, the two roommates tried to accept the doll spirit and please it only to have it reciprocate maliciousness and violent intent. Wow. The society added that its founders, paranormal investigators, y'all remember them, Ed and Lorraine Warren? Okay, look it up, guys. They're on YouTube videos. Were called in and determined that Annabelle was possessed. They took the doll from the home and stored it in a glass box to contain the evil spirited entity. The story of Annabelle and the Warrens led to the development of the horror film franchise The Conjuring, the Evening Sun reported. The newspaper also noted that Rivera helped generate interest for the tour thanks to viral TikToks he co produced that garnered millions of views. Rivera also served as consulting producer on the Netflix show 28 Days Haunted, according to IMDb. Okay? And y'all can look that up. It says Rivera's death was previously confirmed by the New England Society for Psychic Research in a social media post. According to the Society's website, Rivera worked on paranormal research and investigations for over 10 years. He was born and raised in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and later served in the U.S. Army. At an early age, he was introduced to haunting phenomena Excuse me, y'all, I'm laying down. Having witnessed paranormal events occurring in his home, his bio read, which also stated that he was an expert in the rites and rituals of Santeria. Okay, so that's probably why the doll didn't take too fancy for him. So it also says, now this is all alleged, guys. This is for educational, entertainment, and news commentary. It says the organization later shared a press release with people on Tuesday, July 15, paying tribute to their late friend and colleague. It says, and this story is from People Magazine, guys. So if you want to read it, go on to peoplemagazine.com and read the story. The New England Society for Psychic Research, NESPR, is devastated by his passing and is still coming to terms with this profound loss. Dan was not only a vital part of our team for over a decade, but also a deeply compassionate, loyal, and dedicated friend. The statement read in part, his integrity, creativity, and generosity defined him. Dan's passion for the paranormal was rooted in a genuine desire to educate, help, and connect with others, whether through social media, conventions, or investigations with local families seeking understanding and peace, the society further added. So as we can see, guys, that there are families out here that are seeking experts and spiritual investigators to help them find peace because of some type of haunting or some type of irritable spirit. And people don't believe in the spirit world, but it's true. Life is spiritual. And according to this article, it continues on and says, we understand that Dan's work inspired fascination and curiosity for many, but above all, he was a father, devoted husband, and loyal friend, someone who meant the world to those closest to him. One of Out of respect for his family, we kindly ask for privacy as they mourn this tremendous loss. My condolences to his family. They continue. The New England Society for Psychic Research added that it will continue its previously planned events for the remainder of this year, saying, we believe with all our hearts that Dan would have wanted the work to continue, bringing people together, sharing knowledge, and honoring the memory of Ed and Lorraine Warren. We will carry his spirit with us in everything we do. The Gettysburg stop of the Devils on the Run tour was hosted by the tour group Ghostly Images of Gettysburg at the Soldiers National Orphanage this past weekend. The Evening Sun reported, with final tour stops in September. So I just want to share this article, guys, by People Magazine, written by David Chu, published on July 16, 2025, today at 11:47. So, um, yeah, I just want to share that because there's a lot of us be on YouTube and we talk about spiritual life is spiritual and spiritual investigations and spiritual messages, which we know life is spiritual. Everything happens first in the spirit before, you know, being in the physical. So y'all should watch these videos about with Lorraine and her husband because they were really out here helping just regular people and celebrities. I'm telling you, celebrities. And celebrities and regular people were giving their testimony about what happened, and they would go in there and communicate with these entities and banish them from the people's homes. Watch those shows, I'm telling you. So it's something up with this this doll because they have it in a case. They're taking it around on tour, and supernatural things are happening. Like I'm telling you, like that. Y'all gotta pay attention. Life is spiritual. On that note, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I was just free flowing. I'm laying in the bed, and I came across this story, and I wanted to share it and talk about it. And then I saw that people had it on their website, so I said, let me read this article to my audience and share with you guys. So check out Dan on the channel, and yeah, and I used to watch their show. I still watch their shows when they post something. So it's a Netflix. Also, he was consulting producer on the Netflix show 28 Days Haunted. according to his IMDb. So you guys can even see what he worked on by going to IMDb. Is where the celebrities have a list of their work. All right. So, all right, I'm talking to y'all later. Peace and blessings.